There were other firearms, but the journals are pretty cloudy on what they had. But and even this one is under the 1803 Harper's Ferry rifle. There's a lot of confusion. You talk to 10 Lewis and Clark experts. 5 will say no, they didn't have it because it wasn't in production yet. 5 will say that yeah, it was because Lewis helped design this rifle. Very innovative guy, and he would have taken the plans to Harper's Ferry to have all stopped, put on production to make 15 of these.
And then 5 more experts would have another opinion.
Yes, somewhere in between. Okay, and so it gets really complicated. So, first step is you need to have your powder down the barrel. If you don't do that first, you're kind of in a bad way right off the bat. So, we're going to load our powder measures. You never load right from the horn down the powder. For one, it's dangerous, and 2, you're not sure how much powder you're going to have. And consistency of powder charge is what gives you your accuracy, one of the elements of your accuracy. So put that down the barrel. Now for a little bit of, we're not having a live round, we're going to give it a little bit of extra powder to kind of, now we'll pretty much simulate what a live round might sound like.
Well, that's because he likes loud noises.
Yeah, we both do. We both do.
We're both competitive shooters. We both shoot at rendezvous, and we have shot with, and we have shot against each other.
What weapons do you shoot?
But not at each other.
Not at.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We both have a Springfield musket. I've got my Harper's Ferry rifle. We all have other rifles too that we like to switch up and use at different times. So now, since we're not using a projectile, we need to use some kind of a fiber wad or something to replicate the projectile, and also to compress the powder. The powder has to be compressed. If you don't compress the powder, it won't go bang. It'll go poof, and it'll sound like really, really weak kneed. Okay, so I'm going to use a wool fiber wad.
I'm using a piece of cardboard shotgun wad.
Now the last step will be one of the most important, is you've got to get powder right here in the little small pan so that it'll enter, when it ignites, it will jump through that little small hole inside the barrel called a touch hole, so that flame and that heat, that flash will jump through that hole and then ignite the main charge. The gun goes boom. Now, it takes a long time to explain it, but it happens like that. And we were here several years ago, and a guy, I was doing the gun demonstration with my musket, and a guy wanted to do auto advance filming of me with like three frames per second. And there's a 2-frame sequence where on the first frame, my hammer is forward, it's striking the frizzen, but it hasn't sparked yet. And then the next frame shows the flame out here, and then the flame coming out the barrel. So it all happens in somewhere around 1/3 of a second or less. And so now you have to train yourself for that delay, and also that flash going off right beside your face. So that can take some time to get used to that. It's like you've got to create a little blinder, like a horse blinder, on here to be able to shoot these things. But over time you get used to it. And so anyway, are you ready?
You bet.
Okay.
All right.
Now the last step, we're going to prime our firearms. Now you always put the plug back on your horn, because if it's open, there might be a slight 1,000,001 chance that a spark might go down there and into your powder horn. And when you do, you've got a grenade under your armpit. Okay, so that's not cool either. I've never seen that happen, but.
Why can't
Make ready. Take aim. Fire.